What's going on, you sexy motherfuckers? This is Base Aaron, and today I bring you my manga / graphic novel, because there's graphic novels here today with me, haul for March of 2019, and I am very excited for this haul, because there are things in this haul that I swear to you I have been waiting for years, literal human years. So let's get on to it. Let's get into this fucking haul today. Let's fucking do it. And we're gonna start with some graphic novels. And the first graphic novel that I have here is Moonstruck. Moonstruck is absolutely fucking cute. What the fuck are you doing not buying Moonstruck? It is adorable. It's sort of like a modern fantasy world. Sort of like typical, but I fucking love the main characters. They're cute werewolf girlfriends. They're both werewolves and they're girlfriends. Like, fuck. Yes. More please. Which is why I had to get Volume 2, because I cannot get enough of cute, adorable werewolf girlfriends. I can't get enough of that shit. The next one that I got is the 8th volume of Wicked and the Divine. Old is the new. This is just a collection of short stories, kind of like how Volume 3 was a collection of short stories. This is a kind of a breather between Volume 7 and 8. Not 7 and 8. Yes, 7 and 9. Thank you. Numbers. I know how they work. Anyway, this is short stories, mostly the historical short stories that were about gods previous to the story of Wicked and the Divine, also the Christmas annual and the Funnies comic. So, yeah, this is just sort of a breather between Volume 7 and the finale. I'm very excited. I can't wait. I'll just sate myself with this because there's some good shit in this, for sure. But, both of those pale in comparison to this next volume here in my fucking lap. To simply hold it is a pleasure. This comic makes up so much of my being, so much of my personality is poured into this fucking comic because I love it so much, and that is Sunstone. This is Sunstone Mercy, which is a sort of continuation, sort of prequel to Sunstone, about the characters Alan and Anne, which is why, when you look at the cover, there's a man on it, and not two girls, which, by the way, so many people, when I show this to them, were all like, why is there a man? Isn't that about lesbians? Like, it's a prequel. Shut up, sit down, fuck you. But I fucking love Sunstone so much. If you reduce it to just being simple, awful, kinky pornography, I'll stomp you to death with my hooves. This is a beautiful romance story with a BDSM twist, and if you are into sexual content at all, if you can stand that at all, please, I beg of you, with my heart and my soul, please read Sunstone. Sunstone Mercy, Sunstone whatever the fuck comes after Mercy, because this is like an expanded universe. We are being treated to many great stories after the completion of the main Sunstone storyline. We are being blessed. I have been blessed for reading this, and I hope if you let it into your life, it'll bless you too, because it is perfection. But enough about that. I could honestly make this whole entire video a 30-minute video about me gushing about Sunstone, but I won't, because I have to get to all this manga that I am sitting around. And let's just get on with it. Let's go. Let's get into the manga. And the first are a couple of used volumes that I got from Second & Charles this month, and two of them are part of the DG Carrot Theater series. This one is Digico's Summer Vacation, and this one is Pyoko is number 1. Now, these, I used to have them when I was a kid, but I sold them off a while ago. So, when I saw them both together at Second & Charles, I had to pick them up like they were like my children. Like, I love DG Carrot so much. I loved the character of DG Carrot so much as a child. So when I saw these, I just had a wave of nostalgia, so I had to pick them up because I fucking love DG Carrot. The next one, though, the next one was sort of buried in with the regular graphic novels. The fact that I found it is kind of a small miracle, because this is going for, I think it's either $50 or around $70 on Amazon. It's not a cheap book, and I was honestly totally okay with not owning it, because I have volume 1 of this, and I was totally okay with just owning volume 1 just for the sake of it, but I found volume 2, and of course I had to buy it, because fuck yeah, and that's Bow Volume 2. I have Volume 1, and now I have Volume 2, which completes the series, and I'm very, very happy. As a fan of Hirohiko Araki's work, I am absolutely in love with this. It's a classic. It's definitely, if you're more into his more, like, modern style, this is definitely going to feel a little weird, because this came before JoJo, but I fucking love it. It's a piece of history. It's a piece of that sweet, sweet Araki history, and I love it. Next up we got a couple things from Denpa, and the first thing that I got is Maiden Railways, which is a series of short stories that are sort of romance stories that take place upon trains. So if you like your romance, and if you're a weirdo who likes trains, well, here you go. Here's Maiden Railways, made just for you. This is from the same mangaka who did Utsubura and also Classmates, which is coming out later this year from Seven Seas. And I absolutely love her character design. It's very simple and very sort of unique in a way. I absolutely love it. And to own more of her stuff now that more of her stuff is coming out finally is fucking rad. I'm loving it. And the other thing I got from Denpa is something that seems a little out of character for me. I'm not a very big fan of the Fate franchise. I haven't really watched the anime, never really read the manga. My husband plays a fuckload of Fate Grand Order, and recently we marathoned the fuck out of this anime that, you know, is adapted from this manga. And so I figured since Denpa was putting it out, I'd buy it because I am a sucker for cooking manga, and that is today's menu for the Emiya family. This is adorable. Holy shit. The chapters in here are fairly short, so a lot of interesting and fun recipes are crammed in here. So yeah, more cooking manga for me to reference from, to make recipes from. Yay! And even though I'm not really a big fan of Fate, I didn't have trouble reading this. I didn't have trouble understanding the anime either. So, yeah, it's cute. Fucking love it. More cooking manga. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Next up, I have some Viz stuff. Sorry, my brain decided to just fly into the stratosphere. So, first thing I have is Full Metal Alchemist, the complete 4-panel comics. These are the 4-panel like joke comics that usually appeared after a volume of Full Metal Alchemist, plus extras from like the Blu-ray release and various other releases. Considering that the 4-panel comics aren't included in the Full Metal edition, I felt it was appropriate that they kind of just tossed them all into one book. It's not really required reading material. This is more of just something you buy if you're a fan of Full Metal Alchemist, especially if you're getting the Full Metal editions and you want the full experience. These are like this fun little extra comics that came afterward, and also in addition to other releases. So yeah, there's that. I got Anonymous Noise Volume 13, which is just more Anonymous Noise. It continues to be like the one, like, kind of sort of by the numbers shoujo that remains in my collection, which is weird, but it's the band. I fucking love the band shit. What can I say? There's a short story in here too, which caught me by surprise, but there's a fun little short story at the end of this, so yeah. Next is That Blue Sky Feeling, Volume 2. I love this. This is adorable. As someone who's kind of put off by how, like, one second, I'm thirsty as fuck. Not sponsored. Who's sort of put off by how, like, hypersexual most BL and most yaoi stuff is. The pureness of That Blue Sky Feeling absolutely fuels me. Next, we got Children of the Whales, Volume 9. Very excellent. I know I kind of breezed through it, but at this point, what the fuck can I say other than buy fucking Children of the Whales, motherfucker? What are you doing? Do it. Then we have 20th Century Boys, the Omnibus, Perfect Edition, Volume 3, and there's something that I kind of discussed with a couple of people online, is that we feel like the story is going by really fucking fast, and as someone who's seen the movie trilogy, yes, it's going by really fucking fast, and I kind of wonder, I've never read the manga before, so I kind of wonder what the fuck's gonna go on, so there's that. I'm kind of interested to see where the fuck that's gonna go. And finally, after years of waiting, we finally have Gangsta Volume 8, and I've completely forgotten everything about this series. So I have to go back and read Volumes 1 through 7 before I can understand what the fuck is going on in here, because I've completely, 100% forgotten. Oh, my legs are falling asleep, y'all. Let's move into some Tokyo Pop, because I'm garbage and I buy Tokyo Pop shit. First up is Futari Bea, A Room for Two, Volume 3. This is just some cute girls doing cute things with some sort of Yuri in-betweens, if you like that. Don't be deceived, it's not like super awful romantic Yuri, it's just cute. It's just cute. But this is fucking Yuri. You've got Yuri Bear Storm Volume 2, which continues to be very vastly much different. That was a sentence that my brain put together and decided that that was okay. A very different take on the Yuri Kuma Arashi story, at least from the anime. Yeah, it's keeping it fresh, so instead of just like, oh, here's the anime in manga form, it's a whole new story. So if you watched Yuri Kuma Arashi and you liked it, Yuri Bear Storm, which is the manga title, provides an interesting and different twist from the anime. So yeah, there's that. But this is the very important, this is very important. This is, if you have to buy one at least modern Tokyo Pop title, one Tokyo Pop title at all, if you have to lower yourself, if you have to force yourself to buy one Tokyo Pop title, please let this be it. This is a fantastic release from Tokyo Pop, which is weird to say, it's kind of strange to feel on the tongue, but that's Aria the Masterpiece. This is a beautifully fantastic release. Got gold fucking lettering on the spine. It is wonderful. All of the full color pages are, in fact, in full color. I'm trying to flip to one really fucking fast. It's all in full color. No grayscale here, fellas. It's all full color. The quality is excellent. It is wonderful. Please, 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 if you have to buy anything from Tokyo Pop, please buy Aria the Masterpiece. It's great. It's fucking wonderful. My foot's asleep. Dear sweet Jesus. Something that I didn't realize came out, I realized like a month late, and that's Hina Matsuri Volume 2. I fucking love this. All the girls in here are my daughters. I love them. And we have Delinquent Housewife Volume 4, which is the final volume of Delinquent Housewife, which is great. This story is wonderful. It's only 4 volumes long, and yeah, what can I say? It was a wonderful, delightful story from start to finish, and I really want to binge it all in one go. This definitely has a vibe of a manga that's a lot better binged than having to wait and wait and wait for the next volume to come out. So I want to experience that. Next up we have After the Rain, Volume 3. Something that I found kind of fucking hilarious is that my husband really, really likes this manga. Like, he read it a long time ago, like in Japanese, long before it got an English release, and the reason he got into it is because the main character reminded him of Yakumo from School Rumble. I don't know why I had to tell you that, but I just felt like adding that little aside. And then finally we have My Boy, Volume 3 for Vertical. Sorry, I just kind of leapt right into that shit without telling you. Volume 3, this one broke my heart officially. I heard from a lot of people that it was going to be sad, so I was ready, but at the same time, no, I was not fucking ready. But yeah, I'm really interested to see where this is gonna go, because there's like a time skip that happens in this, and I'm also at the same time very wary, because with each passing volume, I'm like afraid that it's going to go into skeevy territory from her being like this boy's mother figure because she's lonely, to seedy, weird, age gap romance that would not be good. But I'm here along for this ride. If it ends in a train wreck, well, fuck me. Next up, we got our one Dark Horse buy from this month, and that is I Am a Hero Volume 8. I know Volume 9 came out recently, but here is Volume 8 finally in my collection. I'm going to try and catch up in April. April is going to possibly be my big catch-up month, because it's also my birthday month, and I'm going to have disposable income, and I'm going to try to catch up on all this shit. Next up, we got Kiss and White Lily for my dearest girl. I don't know where my tongue decided to go for there, but it definitely wasn't the title. Just more beautiful Eurytopia garbage. I fucking love it. Next we have Kakegurui Volume 9. I love how with each passing volume there's like one or two new and interesting, like fun gambling games in each one. It's just really cool and unique how each volume can have like a different style of game, which is really cool to me. I like the creativity in all of the shit that goes down in Kakegurui. Next, I finally picked up Puella Magi Oriko Magica Sadness Prayer, which is the final volume in Oriko Magica Sadness Prayer. This just makes me want to read the other Puella Magi spin-offs. I think it's Suzuka, and I forgot the other one. But I wasn't really interested in them because they didn't really involve the main cast at all. But maybe I'll look into them. But this one, I mean, if you're into the Puella Magi stuff at all, don't really feel like you need to get into Oriko Magica, especially since the mangaka for Oriko Magica, they're good at illustration, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to like action shit, it's like, what the fuck is happening? What is going on? The illustrations get lost. It's not the best art when it comes to like action scenes. I just gotta throw that out there. It gets really confusing. Next up, we have No Matter How I Look at It, It's Your Fault. Wait, No Matter How I Look at It, It's Your Guys' Fault I'm Not Popular, Volume 13, which continues along the route where our horribly socially awkward protagonist somehow lands herself into a harem, which is fucking hilarious, and I love it. And finally, for Yen Press at least, I caught up with Silver Spoon, Volume 6 and Volume 7. There are horses. It's wonderful. Okay, next up, let's move into some Seven Seas stuff. And first up, we have Bloom Into You, Volume 6. I love this so much. This is definitely a lot of people's #1 Yuri, for good reason. If you have not picked up Bloom Into You, it is definitely a really, really good introductory Yuri if you are interested in the subgenre. Next up, we have A Centaur's Life, Volume 16, a series that continues to happen despite the fact that it doesn't necessarily need to, but it does. It continues to exist. Next we have New Game Volume 5, which is the spin-off, which I haven't read it yet, but it looks like sort of a prequel. Next we have The Girl from the Other Side, Volume 6, continues to be an excellent series. My feet still falling asleep over here. Next up we have Dragon Ghost House Hunting Volume 2. I'm kind of disappointed because the Volume 1 had, like, metallic lettering going on, but Volume 2 doesn't. Like, I kind of hoped that it would be shiny again, but I guess it's not, so. But whatever, I love it. Next up, we have Harukana Receive, Volume 3, which I fucking love. A lot of people don't, but I just fucking love it. I love the volleyball, I love the butts. What can I say? Next up we have Tomo-chan is a Girl, Volume 3. This release blindsided me. I completely forgot that this was gonna come out, and then I saw it at the bookstore, like, literally a couple of days ago, and I was like, oh shit, Tomo-chan is a girl. So, yeah, there's that. Next up we have Magical Girl Sight, Volume 8, which has no right making me feel the feelings that I felt while reading it. This is an edgy, sort of edgelord motherfucking manga, and it is making me feel the feelings. Like, what the fuck? I didn't sign up for the feelings. I did not sign up to catch feelings. Next we have Little Devils, Volume 2, cute as fuck. Very, very cute. I just fucking love it. It's just cute. What can I say? Sometimes I just like things because they're cute. And then finally for 7 Seas, we have I Don't Like You at All, Big Brother, well, this is the 6th omnibus with all volumes 11 and 12, which completes this series. Like, I don't know what possesses me to continue to pick up this series, but I picked it up till the very fucking end. And like I said before, like I said in my last video, I know that this series is going out of print, but you are missing absolutely nothing. Your life will not be enriched through this series. You will be a better person by not giving a shit about I Don't Like You at All, Big Brother. Just let that pass you by like a fart. Please, God. I don't want anybody getting upset about the fact that this is going out of print. This going out of print is like, thank you, Christ. Thank you, Jesus. Now we have some Kodansha stuff, and the first thing that we got is the Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 2, which is nice. I like it. It's fine. I have not a lot of complex feelings about Quintessential Quintuplets. Next, we have Gollyseum, Volume 6, which is the final volume of Gollyseum. It's extra fucking thick, boys. It ends with one of our main characters getting into a fight with Vladimir Putin, which is how all good manga should end, I think. Next we have Ten Dance, Volume 2. I absolutely adore this series. The artwork is very, very fanciful. It's very elegant, and that's stringing me along, and maybe I just fucking love ballroom dancing. Maybe I just fucking eat that shit up, and regardless of the genre, whether it be shonen, whether it be BL, I don't care. I fucking love ballroom dancing. Give me the dancing boys. Give me the dancing boys. On the complete other end of the spectrum, we have Yuri Is My Job, Volume 2, which is adorable, and I love it, and we're actually starting to see some actual Yuri developments, other than like, oh, it's just something to do at the cafe, here's some Yuri fan service. There's actually starting to be like a blooming sort of romance element, finally, to Yuri Is My Job, which is fucking great. Next up we have Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl, Volume 11. Volume 12 is coming out soon, and it's going to be the last volume in this series, which I'm sad to see it go, because this series is fucking hilarious, and not enough people read it, but also, it could only go on so long. But also, Kodansha isn't really known for doing a lot of fun and interesting things with their spines, but Aho Girl is a clueless girl. I don't know if you can tell, but it has a continuous chaining spine with artwork that kind of connects, which is cool, and very rare of Kodansha to put a little effort into the spine artwork. Next we have, again, Volume 7. I forgot what the fuck this volume even was. I haven't read it yet, but I fucking love this series so much. There's just something about it that draws me to it again and again, and I just, again and again, but yeah, I just fucking love it. Next up we have, and a lot of people have trouble with this title, so I'm going to say it very slow. We can learn this title together. It's Hitori Jime, My Hero. Hitori Jime. Or at least, I'm pretty sure it's Hitori Jime. But this is another BL. Sex happens in this one. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, is it's dudes kissing and shit. But the more interesting pickup that I got from Kodansha is a Volume 1. I'm trying to reduce the number of Volume 1s that I have pickup by pickup every month, but I could not ignore this one, and that is Gleipnir, I think is how it's pronounced, Volume 1. Gleipnir in mythology is like the binding that holds the great wolf Fenrir, I think is what it is. So I wonder who or what in this story is supposed to be the metaphorical Gleipnir, but this is about this guy who turns into a monster who happens to look like that. Like, fucking weird. And he meets this girl who, like, manipulates him into helping her with something. There's fighting. It's just that certainly fucking happened. Like, you read it and you put it down and you're like, what the fuck was that? That is Gleipnir, and I'm honestly really fucking interested to see where the fuck this is gonna go, because this was just constant from beginning to end. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? That's pretty much the synopsis for Gleipnir Volume 1. What the fuck is happening? What the hap is fucking? We don't fucking know. It's Gleipnir. This girl is climbing into this dude's body because his body becomes like, what do they call it? Like a mascot character. It's weird. We don't get it. I don't quite understand. We've been given a mystery, but we have no idea what's going on. But yeah, Gleipnir Volume 1. This might be something that a lot of people are picking up. It seems to be the dark horse of this month. And I mean dark horse as in, like, the term, not the publishing company. But yeah, that's it. That's my haul for this month. Thanks for watching. Y'all are fucking sexy for sticking around till the end. And I'm planning on doing a lot more shit in April. I'm planning on doing a lot more videos in April because my schedule is finally opened up a bit, so I can have a little more room in my schedule for one video a month. So yeah, look out for all of that fun shit. And until then, I will see you sexy motherfuckers later.